juniors, bonjour. Let's do your notes for Sunday, the 10th of October. Right, so sentence construction part A. Today we use modern technology everywhere. Alright, it's good sentence, but improve it. Today we use modern technology in almost all walks of life. Now it sounds much better. Right, so everywhere. What is everywhere? Everywhere can mean everywhere. We don't use modern technology everywhere. In some places, in some certain aspects, it's almost impossible to use any technology, let alone modern technology. So we use modern technology in almost all walks of life. So we use modern technology in nearly all walks of life. My house has a modern design, right? So almost, nearly, very nearly. These three words have the same meaning. So try to vary your sentences using different words. So number 2, I nearly forgot to do my homework, or I almost forgot to do my homework. I very nearly forgot to eat lunch. Excellent. Very good. Number 3, chemistry is to do with chemicals and chemical reactions. So we discussed what an action was and what a reaction was, and the difference between action and reaction. Action is when you do it without any previous actions, and a reaction is an action that is caused by a previous. Sorry, a reaction is an action that is caused by a previous action. So action and reaction, right? So history is to do with historical events or the past events of the past. Very good. Geography is to do with geographical occurrences. Geographical occurrences. Do focus on the pronunciation and get the pronunciation right. Do not worry about your tense, about your accent. Not your tense, your accent. Right, number 4, she sat by the bank of the river. Very good. So she sat by the river bank, or by the bank of the river. Both are correct. Why is it called a river bank? So it's called a river bank because the river deposits there on its sides. What does it deposit? It deposits sediments, nutrients, flora and fauna which it has carried from upriver. It deposits sand, silt onto the banks, onto its sides. Hence river bank. Like in a bank you deposit money and other currencies, the river deposits things on its side, hence a river bank. Alright, I have a lose. That is not a good sentence at all. When you lose, it is a loss. So lose is a verb. You cannot have a lose. You lose. He, she, it loses. Right, that's a verb. If your pants are loose, so now focus on the two spellings. L-O-S-E, L-O-O-S-E, lose and lose, exact same pronunciation. If your pants are loose, they will fall down or they will fall. He lost the match as his pants came loose, or his pants became loose. So lose is the adjective over here. He lost, lose, that is the verb. This is the adjective. Both have the exact same pronunciation but a different spelling. He lost the race because his shoes were loose. So he lost it. Why? Because his shoes were loose. They were not tight. They were not snug. Number 7. Santa rides a sleigh. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer pulls it. The reindeer pulls the sleigh. Very common knowledge. Almost everyone knows it. So part B, comprehension. Right. So we saw some pictures of riverbanks. So describe the river banks in just one sentence. I just want one sentence now. You don't want long speeches, just one sentence. Suppose that's the question. So the river bank is grassy and rocky. That's all. Full stop. That's all I needed to know. Thank you very much. The river bank is full of people and trees. All right. The river bank is bushy. That is also very good. So when the question says describe the river bank in one sentence, use only one sentence. Be precise. Be to the point. Do not wander off. Right, part C, grammar. Adjectives and adverbs. Right, so let's look at number 1. Tiles. From tiles you get tiled. Some of these are verbs, some of these are adjectives. We shall do that later on as we progress. How to differentiate between adjectives and verbs. but for the time being, let's just keep it simple. So from tiles you get tiled, from bricks you get bricked, stones stoned, rocks, something that is full of rocks is rocky, and something that is made of wooden boards or has wooden boards is boarded. Same way, something that is made of tar has tar is tarred, and grassy trees, full of trees, lined with trees, and treed. Again, treed I put it in brackets because it's not really a word, but sometimes people do use it incorrectly, but they still use it in informal conversation, so you should know what it means. So my floor is made of tiles. It is a tiled floor. So it is made of tiles. What is it made of? Tiles. That makes it a tiled floor. So the word tiles was a noun. Now I'm using it as an adjective. Tiled floor. What sort of floor? Tiled floor. Right. So it says something about the floor. My floor is made of wooden boards. It is boarded, and the street in front of my house is tarred. The street in front of my house is tarred. It is a tarred street. Right, so is question 1. Is your roof tarred as well? No, it is not. It is tiled. So now we are using tiled unofficially. It is made of tiles. It is a tiled roof. That would be the correct sentence. But such things or such usage is fairly common in unofficial or in informal conversations. So how about the street in front of your house? So the street is lined with trees. It is not full of trees because it is a street. It cannot be full of trees. It is lined with trees in a line along the side of the road. Therefore, use the correct phrases, the correct terms, the correct words. Otherwise, the meaning gets distorted. Antonyms, right? Opposites. Part 2 of Part C. The opposite of loose. Adjective is tight. The shoes are loose. The shoes are tight. Lose, verb, win. I lose, you lose, he, she, loses. I win, you win, he, she, wins. And loss, noun. Win, noun. It was a loss. It was a win. Right, sir. That was the adjective, that was the verb, and that was the noun. Right. Let's go on to some general knowledge and let's have some conversation. So what are veins? The tube inside our body that carries blood. Very good answer. Excellent. Nothing wrong, but improve it just a bit. Look at the question. Question says what are veins? Plural. Answer says the tube. Singular. So usually try to answer plural questions in the plural form. Right, so the tubes inside our body that carry blood, they carry blood. That is the perfect answer. That's also, the first answer is also good. It's not wrong. So what color are veins? They are blue. Very good. Why are they blue? Because they are void of oxygen. They do not have oxygen. Alright, so it's, if you start an answer with because, it's alright in a conversation, but when you are writing, do not start any answer, do not start any sentence with because. Right, so they are void of oxygen. That makes them turn blue. Or that actually they're not turning blue, it's just the light that is reflected. We can only see blue, so that's the light which gets reflected once they are deoxygenated or the oxygen has been removed. So what are the red ones? So the red ones are arteries. The red tubes are the arteries. What happens if you put a clip on your nose? Do not put a clip on your nose. It's just a question. Do not try it out. So you start turning blue because the oxygen depletes. The amount of oxygen in the body plunges. It goes down. It reduces. Hence, you start turning blue. Note, through. The word through is not a proposition. It is a preposition. Proposition is what you propose to someone. A proposal. That's a proposition. This is a preposition, so do not get the two words confused. Alright, so that's all for today's Notes Juniors. Please do write your notes down and watch the other videos that I'm putting up and the videos that I'm linking down in the descriptions. Right, so thank you for watching. Have a good time. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Adios.